Welcome to M5 Property Addicts, and we talk here about anything and everything around real estate. And today what we want to talk about is the fact that you need to seize the time of the opportunity. Yeah, and this is very important, especially in the real estate, because we get to have opportunities coming in at different times in different places, and we're not able to seize the opportunity. The question there is, how come? And actually, what does it mean to actually seize the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity? My name is Tara Jack, and it's great to have you around. Here at M5 Property Addicts, we talk anything and everything around real estate and property. And I'm an author, I write books, and I also do property investments on a full-time. So I buy properties and I rent them out. But it's not about me, it is about you, for us to get educated. Whilst I'm talking to you, I get educated. Whilst you ask the question, I also get educated. So what is this all about? I want to give you guys a short story. Back in the 90s, when I was growing up, my older brother, I've got an older brother, he's about 9 years older than me. At that particular time, he got an opportunity, two opportunities. The first opportunity was that, back in the 90s, for some of you who understand or who know the game basketball, so my older brother was very good at basketball at the time, and he had just started now, or he had just been accredited to become a basketball coach. So with that, he had been coaching a primary school, and they had gone into 4 times in a row. They had become national winners 4 times in a row, from having a no team and to become national champions, right? So the first opportunity that came by was that he was approached with the National Defense Force. So the National Defense Force wrote a letter, and they delivered this letter at our house in a military van. So the car came through to our house, and I remember when I was there, that car came in and we were like shocked, what's happening? The guys in the military gear, smart and all of those things, came through, handed the letter. They asked for my brother, and my mother was like, is there something wrong? And they said, no, it's actually an opportunity for him to come and work. I remember my older brother talking to my dad around it, and my mom and my uncles and everyone else started getting involved. And sometime later, my brother chickened out, because he thought at the time that had he actually gone in to join the military at that particular time, being a coach, he was also going to be, if war happens, he would have also been going to go to war. At the time, he had been consumed quite a lot with this series that used to be called Tour of Duty, I think it was. I remember he used to watch a lot of that. And that opportunity came in and it left. A couple of years later, again, he's still at the same school. He is coaching the school. Again, around about this time, they were now like seven year in, and they were still holding the title of national champions. But now this time round, he got an opportunity from the United States. A local college in the United States wrote to him via email, sent a letter, and they called our home phone, and they said they wanted him to come through to the States. Hey, well, this was a good opportunity. So for some of you, we're like, hey, TJ, we don't know your brother, so is your brother in the States? No, he's not. He's here. What happened? Well, what happened was pretty simple. In my family, there had been no one who has ever been out of the country, maybe later on out of province, right? That had never been happened before, except obviously my grandfather. My grandfather, he had traveled down from Malawi, and he had settled. So other than that, people hadn't gone out of the country. So they were not exposed to this thing about, going overseas, things like that. I remember there was a big meeting that was held. My dad, my mom, my uncles and my aunts, they came through and they started discussing about this opportunity for my brother to go overseas and become a basketball coach. This is a profession that he's doing locally. This is a profession that can elevate him by going to another country. And in a first world country where actually basketball is a skill. Well, what happened there? What basically happened was that at the end of all these conversations, they all decided that it wasn't a good idea for him to go. Yes, they did. I am being serious. They did. And he didn't go. He literally didn't go. It's not that the money was not there for him to go. The money was there. They could have all contributed. Actually, it was a norm in my family back in the days, actually, for people to just to contribute whatever they can to elevate whoever who's there. It's a norm in my family. But they didn't. They all had their ifs and what if it never comes back? What if this is a fake? What if this is a scam? What if? There were plenty of ifs that came in and went, and the opportunity disappeared. And that was a painful exercise for me, coming to think about it with what I know today. And I was thinking, this is an opportunity where his life could have been changed. Potentially, we all know that from an African perspective, if you change a life of one person in terms of income, there's 10 more people that you are impacting. In my family, an opportunity to change the course of our family, 10 people, potentially a little bit more, that opportunity was gone. I remember in the early 2000s or mid 20, I think it was 2005, somewhere there, and my brother was now kind of like looking at wanting to go into the UK and to the States. And actually, we were talking about this opportunity, and I was saying to him, why don't you reach out to this university that wanted to enroll you as a coach? And he did. But guess what? The opportunity was gone. So what do I mean by then we need to be seizing the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunities? I am sure for some of you, if you're a lady, you've been checking out this other guy, and you've been checking them out, and you've been checking them out. And what happens a little bit later, you see them with a ring on their finger, and you're like, what happened? Well, someone else took in the opportunity and they asked that person out, and boom, they got into a relationship and got married. You was not able to seize the opportunity in the lifetime of that opportunity. That's what it means. You might be a guy actually, and you're looking out at someone else and like, can I ask them out? It's COVID, I mustn't, how then do we? Someone else comes in and they snatch them, ask them out, and you see them at the park and potentially with a ring on their finger a couple of months later, and you're like wondering what happened. They seized the opportunity in the lifetime of that opportunity. Does it make sense? If it's making sense, I want you to give me some comments below. It is the same thing in real estate. The principle is the same. You might go to see a property today, a 2-bed, 1-bath, and you go there and you see it and you come back home and boom, you watch TV because there's something that is on TV and you forget to do the numbers, or you put the numbers aside and you say you're going to come back to it. By the time you go back to the estate agent the next day and you like say, well, can I put in an offer? And they'll tell you someone came in and on the spot, they put in the offer. And you're asking yourself, what happened? I lost the opportunity. A lot of people, that's what they say. I lost the opportunity. No, opportunities are not lost. Opportunities are grabbed with the next person who is prepared. So how best then do we seize opportunities in their lifetime? That's what I want to talk about. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can easily do that. And I've been practicing this for the longest time now. And this is how we win more opportunities than anyone else that I know who's in my circle, because we have learned the art of doing it. Takes a bit of time, but it can be done. Number one, for whatever opportunity that you want to get into, you need to understand how those opportunities work. So you need to get educated. So education is key before you actually go out to source out opportunities. If you are not educated, anything else that is going to be spoken about within those opportunities, you are going to see it as a scam. That's number one. or you are going to be afraid because you don't know what you don't know, or you are going to have people within your circle that are going to tell you otherwise. So in that case, I say that when you get educated, when you have the right information, then even though like there is nothing in life that doesn't carry a risk. Just eating something carries a risk, because by eating, it might just go on the wrong side and you choke and you die. But we all eat there, right? So some risks are manageable. You just need to know how to do it. How do you know how to manage the risk of driving on the street? You went and you learned and you got your license. Not everyone does that, but you went and you learned how to do that. So education is key. Do not jump into anything else, not unless you understand how it works. That's number one. Number two, you need to be surrounded with people that are also doing the same. In the case of my brother, I'm of the strongest view that he should have gone maybe to the consulate of the USA and asked, are there any people, Zimbabweans or whatever race, or Africans or South Africans or black people who are in the States? And I'm sure they might have given him a database. And he might have also asked, are there any people, black people that are being taken from Africa who are going into America? And is there a group or something like that where I can reach out to? I just want to see, because I got this later. He could have done that, but he didn't. Why? Because within his circle, which was my family, and he was the first one, by the way, to be playing basketball very well, within that circle, nobody knew. So nobody could give him the right guidance to say, this is the path. Had he gone to the consulate, they might have said to him, hey, there is actually a group, a WhatsApp group. I know back in the days, there was no WhatsApp group, but I'm just giving an example. They might have given him some indication there is a group of people, a community. Which area do you want to go in? Oh, you want to go to Arizona? Yes, there is this group. You can reach out to them, write to them, find out what the lifestyle is all about there. Do you want to go? No. Yes. Does it make sense? So number one, educate yourself. Number two, you need to be within a community of people that are doing it. Number three, speed is of essence. Speed is of essence. When the opportunity knocks on your door, it's like a train. I always want to use this analogy of a train. The train comes, we all know how train. It comes through at a station and it stops. When it stops, those that have the pass will jump in. Those that don't have the pass need to go and get their pass. Those that haven't paid for their pass needs to go and pay for the pass. By the time you come in, maybe the train has gone. It is the reality. So what do I mean now? Or what am I trying to say here? When the train is getting to the station, and if you want to jump into that opportunity of being in the train, you need to be ready. And when the train stops, you need to be fast to jump in. Because if you ain't fast, guess what? Someone else can get in and sit on your seat that was meant to be yours. And they get that seat and boom, the opportunity is gone. Many opportunities come with a lifespan. We don't know what that lifespan is. For me, I now know exactly how much of a lifespan is for a deal when it comes through. What is it, TJ? 0. That's why I give an offer as fast as I can on a deal. Because for me, I know that there could be someone out there who's also hungry like me to get the same deal. I want to close the deal faster. But that comes with preparedness. If you're prepared, when the luck hits, people start saying that you have luck. No, you don't. You're just prepared to meet the opportunity and seize it in the moment of its lifespan. I hope this has made sense. I want to jump into the comments there and ask. Phil Trop says, "Med love, thank you very much." Let's see. And yeah, so a couple of things. If you are here for the first time and you actually literally don't know me, like, who's this guy? I'm an author. I write books, and my latest books that I wrote is called From Bed Debt to Proper Mogul. you can literally grab that book. And I also want to stress the fact that tomorrow, Saturday, we are starting off what is called open mic. So here on YouTube, every Saturday, we're going to be having what is called open mic. So literally, you come in and you ask all the questions that you want to ask. So there's comments in here, and we will dive into all those questions. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about partnerships. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about partnerships. So if you're inquisitive, or if you have partnerships, you want to understand how it works, come through with your questions tomorrow between 9 o'clock and 10 p.m. I'm going to bring one of my partners tomorrow, and we are going to be talking, maybe two, who knows. But I'm going to speak to one of my partners in there tomorrow, and we are going to be talking about partnerships, right? And if you're anywhere else and you're wanting to invite other people to come through, do so. All you need to do is to send a link of our web in the comments of this video here to anyone else, and then they can also participate in there. Right. Last thing, onto the comments. By the way, my book is not for sale. It literally is for free. So you can jump onto my website and you can grab it from there. And yeah, you just pay for the courier to get through to you. But otherwise, it is for free on me. Yeah. Otherwise, it has been a happy Friday. And let's chat again later. But expecting to see you guys tomorrow, fresh. And with those questions around partnerships, it is I, TJ. God bless. Goodbye.